an important time in Black history. The Civil Rights Bill was passed. The March on Selma in Washington, D.C. We had two dynamic leaders, Dr. King and Malcolm X. The birth of the Black Power movement and major uprising in Watts riots in Los Angeles, the riots of 1968 when Dr. King was murdered. August Wilson was a brilliant and a prophetic author. The book, Two Trains Running, was about the 1960s, but it reflects what's going on today in American society and the issues that we're facing, like police brutality and the uprising in Ferguson and Baltimore. Also, a lot of social issues that we deal with in the Black community: racism, gentrification, mental illness, and prison being a revolving door for Black men. What we were dealing with in the 1960s is still the same as it was in 2015. August Wilson, for the most part, prophesies that. When you read his book and you look at the characters and you look at each unique experience the characters had, it pertains to 2015. And looking at the play, I can relate to a lot of the characters in the book. It seemed like it was people that I know. It was a dynamic play. And those that was blessed to go and see the play, it was very good information, and also it inspired me to read his other books.
From the free labor trial era, which refers to slavery, fear tactics were used to instill fear into blacks, which limited their mobility. From this time period, it has become a norm for blacks to settle for less than what they deserve. And this was depicted or indicative in the playwright Two Trains Running by August Wilson. Is anyone familiar with the term 40 acres and a mule? By William Penn? All right, so that basically referred to the concept that the U.S. Owed, or there was a reparation period for blacks to get what they deserved or owed, what was owed to them because of the time of slavery. So this caused an unfulfillment, an unfulfilled promise, which created a gap for black and black-owned businesses. There are only 5 black CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, and those are major companies, so 5 out of so many companies is pretty low. And we actually have a business owner, a black business owner here, my very own Carlos.
In American theater by capturing the changing textures of black lives. His 10 plays each cover different decades of the 20th century. August Wilson inspired me. I said August Wilson inspired me from the reading and the viewing of the play because he enabled me to think differently about the 1960s as well as 2015. August Wilson taught me to think outside the box, read between the lines, and think broader. August spoke through his characters. Each had hidden messages and inspirational main ideas behind them. Two Trains Running inspired me because it was as if I was struggling in those days as I felt their pain. The context and historical implications of Two Trains Running helped me form my research paper because historically, black people getting harsher sentences than those who were doing the same crime. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I apologize for our mistimed PowerPoint, but it remains the same. What I was inspired by August Wilson was when Sterling in Two Trains Running, he proceeds to shout, "Malcolm lives." And in my mind, I wanted to research how do I say this? Well, he wasn't from here. He actually moved himself and his wife into an apartment on the west side, a slum, and he made a change for the better. It didn't come till after he was assassinated, but he still did it. And what I took from that was a call to action for all of us, as young people, as college students, and even your friends who may not even be enrolled. We have to use our voices Those were the leaders of that generation, and a lot of people ask, where are the leaders of this one? And I say, we may not need leaders. We need to lead ourselves. We need to, even though Malcolm and Martin had opposing views on how to accomplish some of the things they wanted to, their points were the same. Your black is beautiful, our unity is necessary. In ending, I wanted to invite you all to a call for action tonight at 6 p.m. in front of the police headquarters, 3510 South Michigan, to stand in solidarity with Baltimore. Over 1,000 people are supposed to be coming. And so that's what my main point is. Get involved, have your voices heard in any way possible. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's give a round.
Okay, that time is off. Let me stand in front of the mic. Can you guys hear me now? Yes. It takes a lot to stand in front of your peers, and I think they did really well, so let's give them another round of applause. I hope you got something out of what they were trying to convey to them. To you, I'm sorry. Okay, so the next, next thing up is Professor Jackie Johnson's class. Okay, African American Studies 101. Nikki Hunt, Carlton Hunter, Stephen Cage, Robbie Freeman, Victoria Sanders, Jonetta Jones, Ronnie McDowell, Cordell Patnett, and Malik Guy.
Good afternoon. Today we're here to do a little skit about spirituals. Now we know when we go to church we hear the gospel songs and things like that, but we're here to let you know what spirituals really meant. It was during slavery days. And what happened with spirituals was they were a message to the slaves of where to go as far as where the Underground Railroad was. When they went in the water, you know, you got her to wade in the water. That meant to get the scent off of the slaves' feet so the dogs could not get their scent. It was different songs to let them up north, to let them know which path they went up north. So we're here tonight to give you an example of what happened with slavery. That's why music and the words are so empowering, and you have to understand what you're hearing and what they really mean even for today. So our skit represents that, and it also represents what's going on today in today's society and how we must continue. And I know everybody probably heard of like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar and what they say in their music. And it's just not about the music, but it's about the words that are being conveyed in the music. So that's what we want to let you guys know about when we're doing our skit, and to really pay close attention to what that means. I know sometimes you probably heard maybe the old songs, Sweet Little Sweet Chariot and things like that, but what they really mean and how important they were to us as far as slavery is concerned. Okay? Thank you. Off their trail. It's one of many spirituals. Them songs have many secret meanings. They tell slaves where and how to go to gain their freedom. Let us know when their master is coming, or what a meet up in.
Where is he going?
He's following the drinking gourd.
What's that?
That leads him to the Underground Railroad, the path to his freedom.
Soon no will be done with the troubles of the world, troubles of the world, troubles of the world. Soon no will be done with the troubles of the world, 'cause I'm going home to live with my Lord. No more weeping away, no more weeping away, no more weeping away, 'cause I'm going home, oh yeah, to with my Lord. Lord, soon no will be done with the troubles of the world, 'cause I'm going home to live with my Lord.
So during the civil rights movement, protesters were singing such Negro spirituals as "We Shall Overcome" and "This Little Light of Mine." Each spiritual embodied different emotional feelings, such as sadness, some were happiness, some were joy, determination, and some were goals. We sang to unite the Black community and empower one another. Singing these spirituals inspired the love we needed to stop our people from crying, to stop our people from dying. In order to achieve our freedom, we must continue to march. We must continue to fight, and we must continue to press our march.
Okay, next up is another video. It's a conversation interview on August Wilson's Two Train Running by one of the actors in the play, Nambi Kelly.
take to the sky. But you dead in my knees, then
Okay, so from that little video, did you learn anything about August Wilson?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, now next up is again another Dr. Watson's. I didn't give you my time, okay. Dr. Watson's class. This is Literature 150. Wade Norman and Alicia Jackson. I'm sorry, they're gonna give you their journey, their journal. I'm sorry, journey, right? Okay, guys, when you get over age, you know, sometimes you need some extra glasses. Okay, it's my journey.
All right, some people write their journeys in their journal, so that could work. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Cool, good to see you over there. Good to see you. So I'm Wade. This is Alicia. And it's a lot of repetitive information on the slide, so pay no attention to that. Why are we here? Because of August Wilson. It's an incredible thing that, 30 plus years later, he's still relevant. People are still talking about him. We're still celebrating his work and watching it over and over again. And that's really just what we're here to talk about. Want to say something? No. All right, first slide. Go past. Keep going. Go. So we know that he was originally born Frederick August Kittle Jr. That was his original name. And he's won multiple Pulitzer Prizes and done all the stuff that we know. You can keep going. Some of his works, like The Piano Lesson, just an incredible journey between a brother and a sister, and how you capture history through an artifact. 2 Trains Running, which seems to just be like a diner story, but as we saw in one of the presentations earlier, it's really the themes that run through it. Gentrification, issue that's really big today. Where does anybody know what gentrification is? Raise your hand if you. All right, you're all about to know now. Gentrification basically is when an affluent group of people, usually middle class, some most instances white, privilege, decide they want to better an area that like poorer class live in. And so they may buy up storefronts, buy up the building, but then they raise things like the property taxes, and so that forces those less privileged people out and causes a migration. And that has happened a lot in the city of Chicago alone. And so that's crazy how a play like 2 Trains Running could have such a powerful theme like that. But you can keep going on the slides. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I just have to fix the microphone because, well, I'm short. Anyway, the main character, BC, was played by Miss Nambi Kelly. Well, I didn't get a chance to meet her myself, but Wayne did it. He kept telling me that she was an amazing actress, even through silence as her character BC. She still played a big role. wasn't static at all. In fact, she was the most dynamic person on there. Even at the end when she was breaking her silence towards, what's his name? See, she's so dynamic. I don't even know the male's names. So you can keep going.
Basically, that just gives a synopsis of Two Trains Running, a story about a diner that we talked about. But a way that Meet and Nambi impacted me was her saying the difference between plays and movies. I'm such a big moviegoer. I mean, how many people like movies? Going to watch a movie, going to see it. Sometimes I'd rather watch a movie than read a book. Not all the time, but I just love that visual thing. But she said something that was really powerful to me. And she said, you know, movies are a form of escapism, right? We want to escape from our everyday problems, maybe issues of racism, not doing so good at school. But a play or a play adaptation, it allows us to handle those core issues head on. It invites that conversation. And a movie doesn't do that. A movie is kind of one way, we're there, we have to receive all the information given to us. But a play is so interactive. We get to see these characters grow on stage and grow with them and see those same issues and how they answer those questions of problems that we have every day. So it was really inspirational to me meeting her.
So, well, we actually got like a couple of videos during the playing annotation. Well, we couldn't find the one that was played in Chicago, but there were a few versions of Two Trains Running that we would like to go ahead and show you guys.
It's all right if it doesn't play. Basically, these were just the actors talking about just how being in a play has really grown them as actors. One of the cool things about a play, and Nambi shared this when we met her, was that each time she does it, she feels herself growing into the character Risa or whatever character she's playing. And that's incredible, because in a movie, you watch it once, it's the same way every time you put it on. You know, it's going to end the same, it's going to start the same. But a play, she said it actually got better. She said the performance we went to was okay, but she said it actually got better as the weeks went past, and she played Risa, and she felt more grounded. So it's really incredible to see how even actors who are, you know, paid professional and are paid to do these roles can even grow personally, but also professionally in their field of work. That's all I was going to share.
Well, also, it was going to talk about how the author, August Wilson, touched their lives while they was playing these characters. So apparently he and the actress, Miss Nambi, were really fluent in their work as well as their daily lives. Oh, well, actually there's a whole lot of pros. You guys are doing it right now, just sitting here enjoying it, experiencing the presentation. I mean, in me, you guys are gonna be actually interacting with us, which is another pro. Well, not. Well, not. Well. I'm sorry.
That's a pro. A lot of pros is it's an experience for like the whole family. Just a really cool way of really enriching your family on a sense of history. Like I said, sometimes movies, you know, occasionally a Selma or 12 Years as a Slave come out, and they deal with those core issues that we face every day. But a play usually is always dealing with those issues, so it invites your kids and your family to see those issues answered in a way that they may not have known thought possible.
Also, if you see a movie over and over and over again, it kind of gets redundant.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I would say August Wilson plays are probably like wine as they get better and better over time, and they're more relevant today than they've probably ever been, which is incredible. You could go to the next one. Yeah, this was the quote that Nambi had said, and so as soon as she said it, I took it. Movies are more of an escapist type of medium, while plays deal with core real issues. So the reason somebody might not go to a play is because usually the tickets are a little pricier, there's a certain dress. And I think there's even a stigma of maybe only old white people go to plays. But I think us, just us in this room going to that, I think we could break that stigma. We're all in there cheering and really celebrating a piece of history through such a medium.
Yeah, so if you want to encourage the authors or any of your favorite actors or actresses, so please go ahead and watch this and any other Broadway play. You'll sure to enjoy it.
So a couple of questions for reflection that we were going to answer. One would be, how does viewing a play adaptation enhance our ability to study, read, analyze literature? Anybody got an answer? Sorry, I got an answer.
Wait, you got an answer?
Oh, you got an answer?
Some things that we don't really get out of books are things like sarcasm and undertones that recurrence of our emotions. Human beings are complex, and so when we read words, we kind of on the page, and we read it, and we're like, oh, it's being kind of mean. See on the stage, you might not know, the things they can bring to life.
Yeah, text messages are like that, right? You don't know if somebody meant something a certain way until you talk with them. That's powerful. Yeah, I think totally it enhances or it brings to life, these books that we read. We get to see these characters, and Hambone is just as real to me, as like my aunt. Somebody realizing, we could say, oh, he had a mental disability, but that one character showed power in that he wasn't going to accept injustice. He wasn't going to accept the quota of, oh, I can just take a ticket. He's like, no, I want my ham, and it had me saying that after.
Anyone else want to add on this? Okay, what about you?
It also gave me more words to express myself just by being there.
Yeah, it's an enriching experience. So another question we had was, what connections does August Wilson's Two Train Running have to women's literature or any literature at all?
Anybody who wants to this will get a penny.
Yes. I've been looking at Two Train Running, how to connect with literature because, well, my opinion, in my play, women weren't really recognized. So that's what I and just like some plays, I don't know, maybe voices are heard more. Women are more, frontier than men in other plays. But this play, for me, women weren't really, I would say important, but they weren't really recognized.
Yeah, well, that was really good. Yeah, it was real interesting how all the guys are having these conversations, and the only thing they ever say to Risa is how bad she's doing, or Risa give me some sugar, or all of these different commands and stuff, but never really valuing her opinion. Not until Sterling, but even him his view of her is kind of sexual, and he has hidden motives and things too. So that's a really good point.
Yeah, but even through silence, her body language usually speaks more than her actual words. Like if somebody's doing this. They roll their eyes or something. It kind of says a lot more than the actual word speaking right now.
Okay, I'm not sure. Let's do this right. Okay. The last Creative Voices project is from Professor Carla Carr's Art 130 class, and it's a video. But I must remind you, if you want to see the actual artwork of your peers, it's in room 3202 in the gallery. Okay, so we'll see a video of this wonderful art, but if you actually want to see, you do know we have a gallery, correct?
Yes.
I mean, it didn't sound like too many people knew that. Did you know we had a gallery? No. Okay, we have a gallery. Okay, so it's room 3202 is where you'll find the actual artwork of your peers. Okay?
Found stabbed to death the night of her wedding. Her newlywed husband is primary suspect and has been missing since the night of the crime. Armando Jimenez called his sister the night of the crime and told her that he was living because he had gotten into a really bad fight with his wife. She was found covered in blood wearing her wedding gown in the bathtub of their apartment. At least 1/3 of all women murdered in the U.S. are victims of male partners. We need to raise awareness to protect current and future generations from domestic violence. By helping, speaking up, and stopping this wave of crime, hate, and violence. Kids are the future of this world, and raising awareness to provide our kids with healthier childhoods will prevent this chain of violence. Hate is mimic. Healthy kids don't turn into hateful people. Did I deserve to die?
I am Rosa Parks. On December 1st, 1955, I became the most known victim of bullying. After a long day of work, I headed home on a bus. My bus became quickly crowded. The black